What's up, Danny Myers? We're back. Beneath the Surface, episode 18. This week I'm going to be breaking down my one-rounder versus GEECHI, GOTTI, man. Before we was friends, before we was cool, before we was in the LSC squad, I met him 3 years prior to our battle. And I was like, yo, man, one day you going to be that dude. One day you going to be something special, man. I see it in you. You know what I'm saying? And he took that and he ran with it, like because I believed in him, and I just seen it, like something clicked in his eyes when I was talking to him. Like he was like, you know what, man, that's some real shit, good looking, like I'm finna go, I'm gonna work harder. He kept working. Look where he at now. I believe the last bona fide star that we had on the West Coast prior to GEECHI, GOTTI was the homie Young B, the Future. May he rest in peace, rapping paradise. You know, Young B was flashy, he was fly, had dope rhymes, he had charisma, personality, you know what I'm saying? And when we took that loss, it was like a void. It was a void, you know what I'm saying? We definitely had our stars like Daylight and Disaster, but we needed like somebody that just had that mass appeal like that, you know what I'm saying? And here comes GEECHI, GOTTI. Talking to, you know, that LA street shit, that Compton shit, that gangbang life, and it wasn't like he was telling somebody else's story. He's telling his own stories, you know what I'm saying, along with his homeboys and, you know, his people that got that passed away, homeboys that got locked up. He telling all their stories, but he also telling it from a first-person view perspective, because this is like his own life. He out here in the street with it, so I don't think we never really seen that, other than before that, maybe the homie Active, you know what I'm saying, that I could think of, that was like, you know, full-time with the shit, gang banging and battle rapping at the same time. So here come GEECHI, who's kind of like, you know, breaking the mold. This is a different type of guy, and I think he's like a star now, you know what I'm saying? But before he became a star, he had to get in there with one of the gatekeepers of the West Coast. He had to get in there with the fucking GOAT, man. And I'm break down this round. One of the best writers in the game. Like I say, these are not just boastful claims, people. We are proving it. Week after week, line after line, I'm breaking this shit down. So with GEECHI, I knew, like, I can't just go in here and just be all, like, bars or all punchlines. Like, I knew he was going to hit me with those street tales, so I was like, what can I do to counteract that? Because I could tell my own street stories, you know what I'm saying? And I think as deep as I got, as far as my personal dealings in the street, I spit that versus Cali Smooth, you know what I'm saying, about my get on, you feel me? My get on is a little different than GEECHI, because he like, you know, with the gang shit, but I'm more with the street side of it, like criminal element of it. But we're gonna get right to it, man. I say, yo, you from Nutty Block. I'm from a nutty block. Our life is different. No, I don't gang bang, but ironically my writing's cryptic. Just first 2 bars. I don't gang bang, but ironically my writing's cryptic. I don't gang bang, but cryptic, bang, just not even a punchline. That was just dope, like metaphor heavy right there. You know what I'm saying? I put in work for years. My path was paved with obstacles. If New York show y'all niggas love, it's because I made it possible. And I was basically saying, like, if y'all gonna go over there on to Smack or any of those leagues on the East and get love, it's cause I done went over there and took all the bruises and all the hate and all the criticism and all the bias. And I'm breaking down these walls, and I'm constantly going over there and showing, like, yo, the West is here. We here to stay, man, and we for real. We got bars over here. So now the next generation that come after me, it'll be a little easier for them to get love. And I knew eventually GEECHI was gonna have to go over to New York. So that's where I was going with that bar. The fade is logical, but I'd rather put this blade inside of you. If I show it favoritism, it'll send you to your favorite hospital. I know you've been shot before. The bullet's still in you. Them niggas played with your life. I talk to your bullets like, hey, y'all get new neighbors tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I was just addressing that how he been shot before and shit, nigga, you gonna get shot again fucking with me. You know what I mean? I said this stainless steel, I point at your brain and peel. Fuck your last battle, you'll be in front of a saint for real. So, you know, of course, his last battle before me was on King of the Dot versus the young homie Saint. And so I was just making a reference to that, like, nigga, you be in front of a saint for real. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't gang bang. Just thought I'd remind him, nigga, the only nutty block I know is a condom, nigga. So basically, like, I'm gang neutral, so I don't get on with the gang thing, you know what I mean? But only nutty block I know is a condom, so, you know, condom block the nut, of course. But fuck these bars. This might seem crazy at first, but I was touched when I met this old lady at church. She was 63. Her grandson was 2. I wasn't even trying to bother something. She held him up to me and said the street light took his father from him. He was killed in a drive-by. And ever since, little man been crying that night. He just got off work and was on his way to buy him a bike. She said the murder was never solved, but believe me, the streets be listening. Nobody came forward, but rumors saying a nigga named GEECHI did it. See, you glorify busting guns and brag about the niggas you killed, but you ain't never spit a bar about how you live with the guilt. But you rap now, you blowing up. I get it, you hot, but when you look in the mirror, you see the faces of niggas you shot. You had a choice, nigga. Taking the other route is what he wish he did. You got initiated because your father didn't take initiative. Fire. And I think, like, people don't give me enough credit for my angles and my breakdowns and my ability to tell stories. Everything ain't just punchlines with me. That's why I don't consider myself a punchline rapper, or this is why you can't box me in there with the other pure punchers like a Rum Nitty or Bricks Belvedere or Born or Big K, guys that only just kind of just punching crazy every line. Like I can break from the punching and get to the. I did the same thing with B-Dot too. In the first part of my first round, when I was like, he'll have to change his name the way he'll see dots. Nah, fuck these gun bars. Like, I had broke away and started talking about him and Brother Polite and all the other angles that I was. So I'm able to, like, do punches, and then I can get into storytelling. And so I'm telling a story of a lady that I met, and she's showing me a son, a grandson, and the kid's father was killed in a drive-by. And I'm basically, like, insinuating, yo, GEECHI did this shit. Because, you know, all these stories that GEECHI telling us about how much work he had to put in the street, how many niggas he shot. And I'm like, yeah, you tell us that side of it. You're telling us that side of gang banging and shooting and killing people, but you don't tell us the side where your human, the conscious and the subconscious fuck with you. Like, you have nightmares about that shit. You look in the mirror and you will see the face of somebody you killed. You know what I'm saying? And you like, you know, like on some movie shit. Like, this is all poignant storytelling. So that's where I was going with that. Like, nigga, you don't tell us the dark side of the shit you doing in the street. You know what I'm saying? You got initiated because your father didn't take initiative. Listen, Geech, I'll gun butt you till you got missing teeth. Your shit'll flow from under a beanie like Chris and Neef. So if I gun butt him and he got a beanie on, the blood is gonna trickle from under the beanie, and under beanie Siegel was Chris and Neef. So under the beanie, double entendre right there. That's crazy. I'm in disbelief. I hit you with this left until your life is ended. But if you heard Vicky bars, then you know I got a right for bitches. So that was me addressing me writing, ghost writing for my wife. So I'm talking about I hit you with this left until your life is ended. But if you heard Vicky bars, then you know I got a right for bitches. I've been giving shots for years. This a look for you, but you don't see it, sadly. I'm providing a way out of Compton for this bitch like Venus Daddy. Fucking fire. That might have been my favorite bar of this whole round. This a look for you. I've been giving shots for years. This a look for you, but you don't see it, sadly. I'm providing a way out of Compton for this bitch like Venus Daddy. So, of course, Venus Serena Williams' dad, you know, provided a way for them to get out of Compton by being active in their life and helping them become the legends that they are today. And I'm saying this look that I'm giving him, this is gonna be a way to help him get his status up and get his name and get him out of Compton, which it turned out to be true. Because after that, you know, he really started getting crazy ass looks, man. So, hey, man, I'm everything that I'm telling him is like real shit. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean exactly? You give fans the real side of LA rap. You know how much hate I took just to bring LA back? All right, fuck it then. The gat under. Run up on him just to clap thunder. I'm like, yo, Gotti. He turn around, I give bucks to the black youngster. Bar guy. Fire. This is a gang angle versus a gang of angles, a thing of flame you. You'll be with a gang of angels. I'll maim and tame you, orangutan you, the flame will stain you. Big rope over your neck, I'll Dane you. I'm not playing. The Glock spraying till you stop standing. They told me to get Gotti and Gotti got God damn it. Knife in your neck. Wordplay, man. Like, it's not, those ain't punchlines, man. These ain't punchlines. Like bar God mean the God of all bars. Like, I'm like wilding right here. Like, I'm just wilding at this point. Like, where I'm just showing a display of wordplay, which I knew he wasn't going to be able to match. I knew he couldn't do rap like that. You know what I'm saying? This is a gang angle versus a gang of angles, a thing of flame you. You'll be with a gang of angels. I'll maim and tame you, orangutan you, the flame will stain you. Big rope over your neck, I'll Dane you. I'm not playing. The Glock spraying till you stop standing. They told me to get Gotti and Gotti got God damn it. Knife in your neck, I watch you leak. It's a beautiful death. Drain all your red blood cells so you can stay true to your set. Drain all your red blood cells so you can stay true to your set. I am truly the best, and I run the West. Fuck what you heard or think. Y'all thought it was cool to associate Gotti with this Murder Inc. Fire. Y'all thought it was cool to associate Gotti with this Murder Inc. Come on, man. Irv Gotti Murder Inc. And then I'm relating this to GEECHI, our black child. Then look at the segue bar, which connects the Gotti, Irv Gotti, Murder Inc. reference, and then right after that I go Black Child. Black Child, these bars was founded by vengeance, but you'll remember this scheme when you get surrounded by henchmen. That's crazy, because then Jimmy Henchman and then the whole Irv Gotti Murder Inc. had a little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll remember this scheme once you get surrounded by henchmen. Like, he'll fucking fire, man. Do you believe in a parallel universe? I do. There was a gateway. As a child, I didn't see 3 plates a day, but my daddy was from 8 trade. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just said my own dad's from 8 trade. So, I didn't see 3 plates a day, but my daddy was from 8 trade. Like, what? The parallels, man. This shit. And I fucked your bitch. Nah, everybody say that in they battle. But she did give me a hand job and gave you dap after your battle. Your big homies knew you was gonna lose. They just happy that they nephew good. As long as you came and repped your hood and spit the best you could. R&B, why y'all ain't matched me with Marcosis? I done left this nigga in silence. Oh, y'all ain't set that up because you knew it would trigger the violence. So right there, I referenced Marcosis, which was Snoop Dogg's battle artist at the time, and I was referencing the battle that Marcosis had with Trigger on A-Hat, and that battle was getting a little, like, really heated, and a fight almost broke out between Trigger and Marcosis. Like, it could have broke out at any second, and I said, but y'all ain't set that up because you know it would trigger the violence. Fire, man. Like, these is like little references that people might not have. This is why I do these breakdowns, because people probably would have not have known that Marcosis and Trigger. I'm the best ever. But on some real shit, as good as I'm cooking, I can never take the coast where Young B would have took it. So right there, I was just saying, like, I'll probably go down as one of the best ever, you know, or at least one of the top writers ever. But I feel like Young B, the future, really was about to, like, turn his West Coast thing into a whole, because he had Nelly and Snoop Dogg and all these people was like, yo, this dude is amazing, and they was backing him, and like, Young B had a very bright future. That's what really hurt the most about that. And a side note, before me and GEECHI battled, we was on stage. His mom, Young B, mom and dad was on stage, and they said a little piece, and they spoke. And while the mother is speaking, his mom Phyllis is speaking, I actually cried, tears. I don't know if if the audience saw that or if the cameras might have caught it, but I cried, and I almost wasn't able to do the battle. I almost was about to just like call off the battle right then and there because I was so emotionally distraught. You know, I get like that every time I get around Young B mama, you know what I'm saying? So she was speaking and we was on stage. GEECHI over there, I'm right here, she's speaking, her husband right there, and I'm crying tears, and I'm just like, I can't even rap now. But then some said, nah bro, this whole event is for Young B. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do this for Young B. And that's why I was able to do the battle. And that's something people probably never would have known either. But you the man now. Because New York be trying to play me because I'm not an East Sider. Most of these niggas be want to trade D fire. So that's a reference to the whole New York don't fuck with Danny Myers, but they fuck with Nitty. They fuck with everybody else. They just don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because I'm not an East Sider, most of the niggas be want to trade D, meaning because I'm not from New York. Like, if I felt like if I was if I was from Harlem, then I would get way more props. Like, I'd be on the same level as Lux and Mook in the whole hip-hop, battle rap world. Like, I would be that level had I started off on the Smack DVDs. And that's what I was referencing right there. And then, of course, I was talking about the East Siders and tradees. So it was just like a double entendre. Say, Geech, I seen your documentary. You did your G thing. But when niggas don't be on Scared Straight, they end up on street gangs. So there was another big brother talking to little brother, OG shit, talking this OG talk to him like, yeah, a nigga gonna end up on street gangs documentary like GEECHI was when you not on a show like Scared Straight. So when you're not being corrected as a youth, you're gonna end up out in the streets like this. And that's why, you know, I was just, my whole thing was to counteract his gang mentality, his gang talk. Like, my whole thought process was, I know he gonna come at me with this, he the realer nigga, he putting in the street, he putting in all this work. And my thing was, well, let me take that, his strong point, and turn it around on him. Like, let me turn the mirror around and make you look stupid for gangbanging. Like, that was my whole approach to this battle. You know what I'm saying? I'll let the peace bang. While my niggas stabbing them crazy, it's gonna be uglier than me and E Hart having a baby. None of this rapping can faze me. I'm a superior being. I can't be hurt by these weak punches and inferior schemes. You spit crack, but it's useless, cause I'm weary of themes. I've been twisting top since my inception. This is clearly a dream. Best pen game in battle rap. And you on the ground with this shit, thank the Lord he ain't got another round of this shit. Heavy, 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 heavy. That battle was a classic. It's a classic one-rounder. Shout out to the homie GEECHI. Like I said, man, if GEECHI don't have that stumble, a lot of people might have him winning that battle. Some people still got him winning that battle, but like I said, I felt like I got out of that ring with my life by the skin of my teeth. And it was just a veteran, like, versus somebody who's on their way coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the difference. I think that was the difference. But thank y'all for fucking with me, and I'll see y'all next week for the next one. The PayPal is in the description if y'all want to donate. The description to the battle is in the link to the battle is in the description below. And thank y'all for rocking with me, and we're going to be dropping more of these, man. West.